All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayade Adibite. And can everybody see my screen, please? Can you all see my screen? Can we see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So my name is Ayade Adibite, and
That person, okay.
you can see my face, not my screen. Okay, good. All right. So let me know if you can now see both my face and my screen now. So can you see my face and my screen now?
This is the first one. Attack. This is the last one. Attack.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Who is that person? Okay.
So what's that?
Chimeru. Okay, I think I have successfully omit that guy. Okay, omitted that guy rather. All right, guys. So without further ado, basically, let me just focus to what we have for today, right? Just as you can see on my screen, we are here to talk about how to actually get the job in 2025. I mean, you've been learning for how many months now? 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and what's not, right? But right now, we need you to make the money, right? Make the money, and that's what we are here to talk about, right? So, basic things that we just want to cover here would include in keeping you guys with the right strategy to follow. I know a lot of us are just learning things, right, without actually putting it to projects, and those are one of the things that we'll talk about. So a brief information about me, basically. My name is Ayade Adibite. I'm an analytics engineer and a data consultant with Kunda Kids, and I'm passionate about turning data into actionable insights. The brain behind the data, right, is a resource as a service platform where we share stories of individual every Thursday, right? And then you can catch up on previous issues. I know that some of us are actually coming from behind the data. Some said, oh, yeah, they want to subscribe. Some said, oh, no, they don't want. But I mean, for those that indicated that they also want to like subscribe, their information are already in the system and they are already, how do I want to put it? They are already receiving the mail, basically, right? So, then about our speaker for today, right, is Abdullah Bakweli. I mean, I had an interaction with Abdullah, I think a few days to Data Fest Africa 2024, right? And it was funny because I bought the tickets. I was hoping to like, just attend like every other person. Just a minute. I think the recording stopped.
No, it's still recording. Go on.
It's still recording. Okay, yeah. So it's still recording. Yeah. So how did we finally meet? I was supposed to, just attend Data Fest like, normal, every other person. And one of my mentors in the data space just reached out to me and said, hey, are you available to substitute for a volunteer that was not available? And I said, yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Right. And that was how I got to meet Abdullah, and believe me, within the short space of period that me and Abdullah have interacted, I mean, he's a good guy. He's passionate about impacting knowledge to other individuals and all of that. And I think those are one of the things that I usually look out for when I'm trying to make friends. Or is this person selfless? Can this person look at his or her environment and try to impact people in his environment or our environment? And that's one of the things that I've learned about Abdullah. So he's a man of short words. For people that were able to like read the story on behind the data, you can still catch up on previous issue, like I mentioned. He's a man of short words, but let's just read his bio, right? He's a seasoned data analyst and business intelligence expert and a certified trainer with certifications from the likes of BIDA, MCCDA, and MCT, which is Microsoft certified trainer. Expertise in Power BI, SQL, AI, and you also excel in transforming data into actionable insights. If you want to buy generator and you don't know which one to buy, reach out to him. He works with Meccano International Limited, and he can give you discounts on any product that you want to buy, right? So he has trained over 57,000 people, right? I mean, right now for this free session, we have over 300 people registered. So add that 300 to the 57,000, that's like 57,300 to his name, right? And he has a background in mechatronics. Funny enough, I also studied mechatronics in school, and he has passion for innovation. Abdullah bridges the gap between engineering and data, right? Driving growth and insights across the analytics space, right? I can't blow his on for him enough, right? So I'm going to hand over to him now so that he can do his thing. Abdullah, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you very much, everyone, for staying tuned. Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, good day for those of us who are not in Nigeria. Just to clarify, can everybody hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me loud and clear, go to your chat box, type in LC in the chat box. If you can hear me loud and clear, just go to the chat, type in LC. Now, if you can hear me loud and clear. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, I can see a lot of people can hear me loud and clear. Good. I'll be sharing my slide now. I'll be sharing my screen, and I would want you to let me know if you can see my screen by putting SS in the chat box. When you use SS in the chat box, that will make me know you can see my screen. So can you see my screen now? Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so good day, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, welcome to today's webinar, where we'll be discussing about landing a data analyst role in 2025, because today is the 29th day of December 2024. Well, some people can still land a role tomorrow, and next tomorrow. But for those of us looking into 2025, how are we going to get a job there? So we're going to learn about the skills, the strategy, and the success for us to get a data job. Now, my name is Abdullah Bankole. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, also a business intelligence data analyst certified, and also a certified Microsoft data analyst, also a certified Google data analyst, and the list goes on and on like that. Don't worry yourself about that one. It's just me sitting down, writing an exam and passing. That's all. I work currently as a senior data analyst at Meccano International Limited, where I oversee the data in and out for the 5 or 6 divisions of our company: the motor division, the generator division, the food division, the medical division, the marine division, and the restaurants, the hospitality division, like that. Yes, I think that's basically just a little bit about me. Any other thing, yeah, find me everywhere online. So without wasting much of our time, let's go into today's topic. So what we're going to be discussing, we'll be discussing about the overview of data analytics in 2025, the role of a data analyst and how it is evolving, the skills for aspiring data analysts, proven strategies that work out, and to talk about some career success tips and resources, and then we'll give final thoughts and I would answer questions. So if you are ready to start the workshop with me, can I see R in the chat box? R for ready. For those of you that know me, you know, there's a bit that I think you can feel that my voice is cracked, right? This voice cracking is not because of Itala. Wow. Don't think that I went out and enjoyed December. I've actually been on the sick bed for a while now. And I intentionally did not tell Ayo because I don't want him to cancel today's class. I've actually not been feeling fine. I was down with typhoid, malaria typhoid, and I'm just recovering. So I'm not going to be as loud as I used to be. So, but I believe everybody can hear me loud and clear. Yes, the recording is going to be available. The recording is being done, and yes. Okay. Now, let's start. So who is a data analyst first? Who is a data analyst? And what does it take to be a data analyst? For I believe everybody here, most of us are data analysts, or most of us have studied to be a data analyst, or most of us have gone through a training on data analytics. And one way or the other, I think while you were filling the form, we actually analyzed the data and we found out that I think 75% of those who are on this call are actually beginners in data analytics, or beginner data analysts, people who are just looking for junior roles to become a data analyst and the rest like that. Only few of us are actually professionals already working as a data analyst. I want to transition from one part of data analysis to the next. But who is a data analyst basically? A data analyst is someone that actually extracts data, right? Someone who can see data, extract it, and give us meaningful information. But why is it that data analytics is very crucial in 2025? Like I tell my students, I say, there is no company on earth that knows what it's doing, that won't actually do what, that won't actually be analyzing its data. That is, almost all companies on the world are actually creating or storing one form of data or the other. And for the company to thrive in today's world, they have to always analyze their data. They have to always go back to their data and do what? And get insights from it. Know what they have done, know what they are supposed to do, know what has happened in the past, know what will happen in the future. Data is the answer to all these questions. No matter how beautiful an application is, no matter how beautiful a product is, no matter how beautiful a company is, no matter how popular a company is, if that company does not work with data, that company would not last in today's economy. That's why you will see that almost every company now, almost every company has a data department. Now, in fact, most companies have gone ahead to say they don't just want data department. In fact, they have a data person in each and every unit of the company, which I was still going to get back to, right? I'm still going to get back to that. Just a moment. Okay. And everybody still see my screen.
No, we can't see your
We are
screen.
not seeing the screen, sir.
You can't see the screen. Okay, just hold on. Host, can you just allow me share my screen?
Okay.
Yeah, I've moved it back to me. Okay, don't worry. Let me do what I'm
Yeah,
supposed
move
to
it
do.
back to me. Let me just do this thing.
Let me see. Sorry, everyone. I'm just trying testing some things out. Share screen. Yes, done that. So now I'll move it back to you now. And I should still be able to share my screen. Yes, I can. Okay. Now I believe everybody can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay. I think I can continue my discussion now then. So there is no company now that wouldn't have. Can you all see my screen now? Yes, good. So each and every one of them actually would need a data analyst. Now, whether it is in Nigeria, whether it is Benin Republic, whether it is Togo, whether it's Ghana, whether it's Sierra Leone, whether it's Japan, whether it's Canada, whether it's United States of America, Saudi Arabia, Israel, Korea, South, North, everywhere in the world, each and every company in those places or every part of the world will surely need one. Now, and that is what is actually making the demand so much. Now, and as God will have it, I think a lot of us are actually also learning to be a better data analyst, right? And we've actually, since the demand has gone up, now a lot of tools have now been in place. Now we now have AI doing some things, and the companies trying to use AI to actually replace some of these things, some of these people, now to automate some of the things that we are doing. But at the same time, we still need somebody to actually still work with that AI, right? That's why as a data analyst now, the way it's going, you need to be able to integrate artificial intelligence to whatever you are doing. Isn't it? You need to also, one of the things you will learn as a data analyst is how you're going to automate most of the processes that are given and how to also give real-time analytics. So these are all the things that would happen in 2025. Majorly about AI. All the major companies had their, let me say, end of the year party this year. Microsoft, Google, Facebook, everybody. And everybody are only talking about how AI, LLMs, GPTs are actually working, are going to take the future. For those of us that we are Microsoft biased, everything is now Copilot this, Copilot that, Copilot this, Copilot that, Copilot. In fact, there's no way if you sneeze like this, Copilot. If you cough, Copilot. We all know ChatGPT. If you sneeze, GPT. And it goes on and on like that. For you now to be in global demand, you need to be able to add all these tools to your arsenal. Now, as a data analyst, what are you meant to do? What are you supposed to do? Obviously, yes, you're going to be extracting and cleaning data. You extract data from a database or from a website or from an Excel sheet, anywhere the data is. And you're going to be working on cleaning that data. You have different tools that you've learned to do that, whether you're using Python to clean your data, or you're using Excel to clean your data, or you're using Power Query to clean your data, or for those of you that are crazier than me, using R to clean data, right? Also, we are also going to be analyzing trends and creating fantastic visualizations. Now, analyzing trends is different from cleaning data. That just tells you that you're analyzing trends when you're saying, oh, this is what I have seen in this data. Oh, we sold more in December than we sold in January. We sold more this and that. And creating visualizations such that you don't need to explain explicitly what you have analyzed, right? And we have different tools for that as well, whether it's Power BI, whether it's Tableau, whether it's Google Data Studio, whether it's ClickView, and the rest like that. Another crucial thing you'll be doing is you're going to be communicating to your stakeholders. Now, all these things that you are doing, if you cannot speak, if you cannot interpret, if you cannot tell us exactly what you have uncovered, then you are still nowhere to go. That's why I tell my students. I think I just finished some courses sometimes back with some of my students at Texas by Get Bundy, and I made sure that they actually had an interactive session with me for them to actually explain what they have done in the project that was given to them. Now, most people know how to analyze, but most people do not know how to communicate effectively, how to wind a story around what they've actually done, or what is in front of them. And that is a skill that is currently lacking. In fact, I will see someone, you're a data analyst. Yes, okay, you have done this dashboard, you have done this analysis. Tell us, brief to us, tell me what exactly is happening here. I'm tired of saying we sold 2,000 pieces, we sold 3,000 pieces, we sold this, we made 25 billion. No, there are a lot of things that you could say. Oh, in the month of July, to be sincere, after the coronavirus hit, we're still able to do this and that. We're able to sell this to this and that, and giving us a revenue. That is data storytelling. You have to be able to wound everything together. That's what sets you apart. Now, some people say, yes, I'm a senior data analyst now. Am I not? Yes, but it does not just come just like that. We have years of, I think one of that assisted me is probably because of my training, right? I've thought, 2025, I'm going to celebrate my fifth year of training. And obviously about this year, I've not even updated the 57,000 that you guys are seeing. The 57,000 was like 2023. And this year alone, if I don't even remember anything, I remember at least 200, 300 women that I taught alone this year. So they are just a lot of people, right? So please let us all mute our microphones. It actually affects the person speaking more than the person listening, because my mind can just switch away. Now, so back to what I'm saying. So now, when you cannot speak or you cannot communicate effectively, you will now go and fumble your interview. Because obviously, when you're doing a data interview, you'll be asked to do a project, and they want to hear that you can speak and talk about the project that you have done. And if you cannot talk about it properly, if you cannot speak the data languages properly, or the domain language properly, then you're just doing what? You're wasting your time. And then you see they bounce you out of the interview, or they don't even call you back, or they don't tell you anything again, right? Also, one of the things you're going to be doing when you get a job is you're going to be collaborating with different people, different teams. Now, my role is senior data and product analyst, not just senior data analyst, data and product analyst. So I do product analysis, I do data analytics as well. Now, for me, Abdullah, I work with the whole Meccano Motors, down from assembling the car, the data to assemble the car, inputting the data to create different stocks, the customer who is buying the data, the customer data for the person buying the car, and whatnot. That's just one. Also, I work in the generator sector. If you remember, I'm an engineer, right? Yes. So whenever I want to produce a generator down to the production line, I'm working with that team as well. Oh, we need so amount of bolts. We need so amount of nuts. We need this. We need that. I'm the one doing all that, analyzing, making sure it's proper. This one, that one. Now, I just gave you a whole division. I give another part of the division. Now, and I work with my HR, human resource team as well. Every day I work as well with the finance team. And it goes on and on like that, because when you're a data person, you're going to work with everybody. There's no how you want to do it. Unless if your company is so structured that they have a data analyst everywhere. But most companies, or most of the older companies, like the one I'm working for, don't do that. They will have what we call shared support. You have the data team. Data team maybe have like 3 or 4 people that are data analysts or senior data analysts working everywhere. So you're going to be working with different teams, and you need to be able to collaborate properly, collaborate effectively, collaborate efficiently. I also work on the ERP system. That's why I write my SQL codes as well for my company. So a lot of things. Now, also, what you're going to be doing somehow is you're going to be automating a lot of tasks using probably artificial intelligence or Power Query or anything. And that was one of the things that has assisted me as a person. Now, if I do something, if I'm to do something every single day, I have to find a way to make that thing as simple as possible. I have to make sure that I don't clean and clean and clean and clean and clean. That's why sometimes I take my time on my Power Query editor, probably the one on Power BI or the one on Excel, to make sure everything has been refined. No matter what type of bad data is coming in, my Power Query or my Power Query, either on Excel or Power BI, should be able to detect and clean that data for me, right? And it eases me my repetitive jobs. So AI has worked for me. Some people have other method of doing theirs. Some people can do it on Tableau, some write Python code to clean their data, lot of that. So you need to be able to know that all these things are possible and what you are going to be doing. Because the truth is, most of the tasks that you are going to be doing in data analytics, most of them are repetitive. So you need to find a way to make sure that there is an automation going on. One of the things that champions me everywhere is the fact that I automated most of my reports. But there's the other way. Let me just give you a joke. There's another side to that. So in 2023, after 3 months of joining my company, then I automated all my reports. So whenever they need something, I just pull and throw it in, and then I get my result, and the dashboard is uploaded on their mobile phones and everything. Then it now began to look as if I had a lot of things. I was being empty-handed, because obviously the only role they gave me to play that time was just that, and I've done it perfectly automated. No more job for me to do. I was just looking down, and people said maybe I'm a lazy person, maybe I'm a this, but only my boss, the MD, could understand that, oh, this guy has actually done this and that and that, and that's what then other responsibilities will now be coming in, and that's how it should be. You automate these easy ones, or then other things will come, and other things will come, and then you'll be a big person. So now, let's go. So in 2025, as well as before 2025, what are the various skills that you are going to be needing basically? Now, one of the major skills to stand out as a data analyst, the first one, that as a data analyst too, if you don't know anything in your life, Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is very, very, very important. I should be telling you should be telling me, yes, I can do this in Microsoft Excel. I can do VLOOKUP. I can do Power Query. I can do pivot table. I can do if else, if I said if else, ifs, sum if, sum is, average if, averages, and it goes on and on and on like that. Know your Excel onions properly. Know your Excel onions properly. Now, once you have graduated from that, then you go to visualization. Whether it's Tableau you want to use to visualize, or you love Power BI like me, or is Google Data Studio or any other one, but you sure would need a visualization tool in your toolkit. Also, you're going to need SQL. I don't know how you want to do it, but you need to learn SQL. Fine, I work in a company where you might never use SQL, but I still plead with you. Please and please and please, still try and learn it. Still try and learn it. Now, because let me give you one thing. I think I made mention that I work with the ERP system, right, of my company. Now, that system is actually being run by Indians in my company. And those Indians, they have this occultic, they have this cultist mentality. You cannot go inside them. So it is because obviously everything the company is doing is on the ERP system. So we are at their mercy. I told my boss, I've been teaching SQL for 5 years. All this they are doing, you're just wasting our time. Ba 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 ba. Just one day, just to show them workings and doings. They had no other choice than say, okay, you now have to start working with us in the ERP system. And I started to do a lot of SQL now, making sure everybody lives now became easier. I tend to see my reports faster. I tend to do a lot of things faster, and it goes on and on and on like that. If I had not learned SQL, I'm still sitting there with Excel and Power BI. I wouldn't have been able to break into that cycle. Also, at least know basics of artificial intelligence or machine learning. At least just the basic. What is artificial intelligence? What is machine learning and the rest like that? Just know the basics, because it will help you as time goes on. And why is it going to help you? Let me just make mention of it. Is that the roles are changing day by day. They are changing day by day. Now, as I said earlier, as a data analyst in 2025, you need to make sure you have some AI in your toolkit. You need to make sure you have some machine learning in your toolkit. If you don't understand the basics, you will not be able to address all that and put it in your toolkit. You'll not be able to use AI with Excel. You'll not be able to use AI with Power BI. And it goes on and on like that. Now, you can write Python code in Excel. Yes, I write Python code in Excel. So it's everything as advanced. So please and please, let's take note. Now to the soft skills. For your soft skills, yes, critical thinking is one of the most important things there. You need to be able to reason, because most of the things you are saying that is in front of you is not really what is in front of you. I don't know how to put that way than that. You need to reason, interpret properly. Oh, this is what has happened. Oh, this is what will happen. Oh, okay, why did I have a decline of sales? For example, I had a surge of sales. Looking through my sales data for 2024, I noticed that we had a lot of sales starting from Q4. So October, November, December, we had huge surge of sales. And in December alone, we had, in fact, almost the sales of 3 other 4 months together. Why? Why was that possible? Or why is that happening? Oh, I remember we ran different campaigns. Oh, it's end of the year. People will be using generator as gifts or buying cars for their loved ones and the rest. So that actually interpreted to do what? So why we had highest amount of sales. Now I cannot just come back and tell my MD that, oh, we had a lot of sales in 2025 December. No. We had a lot of sales because this happens, that happened, this happened, that happened, and the rest. So everybody was carried along. Also, you need to be able to solve problem on the go. When you are thinking, you need to also be solving problem. There are a lot of ways to solve problem, and I don't know, maybe another time we'll discuss about that one. But problem solving is very, very, very important. Yes, IDGB's handwork. Yes, a lot of them actually brought it. In fact, some people, some people built houses and then they needed generators for their houses, and it goes on and on and on like that. So we had a very wonderful time December period. So also, like I told you earlier, communication skill. Communication skill. Now, one of the worst people I hate working, I'm sorry, I don't like working with ever are people from HR. Now, because HR people, they tend to always they stop to always disturb my data. They stop to always hide some things from me. And the truth is, if a data analyst doesn't know what you are doing, they can never hide anything from you. Last, you will not talk or you just look there, right? We almost got some people, when a company wants to retrench, for example, when I wanted to retrench in my head, and that's why I stopped working with them on that type of this thing because it saddens me. We would do stuff like, okay, give appraisal to everybody, analyze properly, okay, this, that. And like, those that are the bottom feeders, they say, okay, this one should go, this one should go. That is to pay me. I should not lie to you. I tried it in 2023. And since that day, I told my boss, okay, I'm not going to do this thing again. Because obviously, there isn't data to send people away from office. At 2023, not 2024 now, because I removed my hand from 2024 totally. I don't want to do it. But one of the things that data assisted is we later, okay, communication, interpreting exactly what the data is saying. This person is getting 2/10, not because he's not effective at his job, probably because where he's working, less job is coming to their places and the rest like that. Storytelling with data is also very, very crucial, right? Like I told you earlier, you need to, when you see data in front of you, you have done a visualization every day, every single day. I'm being tagged with a visualization, one visualization or the other, one visualization or the other on LinkedIn, right? And when I see it, fine, the person might have done something wrong. Just for me to hear that person speak last song, and then I'll see that person is just foul. Because the person has done something nice. They've designed the color. Fine, you might have copied and pasted a tutorial. I don't care. But if you cannot speak exactly, if you cannot talk to me what exactly is in front of you, you are not ready for a data job. And these are some of the things that is lacking, which I intentionally want people to actually work more on. And I tell my students, when you do a visualization, try to do a video and send the video across to me. Let me listen to you explain your data. Let me listen to you tell me about how you did what you did. Let me listen to you about doing exactly what have you done. Let us know what you've done. You might not tell me how you did it, but just tell me what you've done. Interpret to me. You tell a story. And it goes on and on like that. So we have different soft skills, but these are the three paramount ones. Now, we have all of them that we talked about. How do you be a better candidate? That is where today's job is now. We're going to talk about a lot of things. Number one, a portfolio. Yes, I know. I might have said that you don't need it in the past. But portfolio is something that will tell somebody, that will show somebody what you have done, what you can do, and your bit of experience. When I got my own first job, I didn't get it because I knew somebody in. I got it because somebody has heard about me doing this, and that. I say, okay, come and work in our company. And I started working. My portfolio spoke for me. I did not submit my resume. In fact, I got my own first job when I finished a day after my external defense in school. Trust me, I'm not joking now. External defense was on Saturday. I resumed on Monday morning. Data analyst. Straight up. Boom. Right? Now, everybody cannot be like that. But what I just said now to you has actually been a work that I started since since maybe when I was in 300 level or 200 level second semester. Since that time when we have been going, people, what are these models? Just be carrying a laptop up and down, this and that, this and that. Whereas over time, you'll be building different portfolios. Now, what is a portfolio? A portfolio is just like a compendium of the works that you have done that is put in a very organized way that people can see. Some people use Google Drive to create a portfolio. Some people use different tools like maybe Wix, like there are a lot of online portfolio stuff that you can actually take from. There's also what's this other one called? There's GitHub. Some people use GitHub as their portfolio, and it goes on and on. But what I'll just tell you is find one that suits you. If you can put all your data stuff in what's this thing called? In a Google Drive, label everything properly, link it to your resume, you are good to go. But please have a data portfolio. What am I supposed to see in your data portfolio? A project you've done in Excel, something you've done in SQL or SQL code you've written, and a lot of visualizations that you have done with that Power BI or Tableau. That's all. You can have three of each like that. Now, in that portfolio, you need to also make sure that everything is not centered across just one niche. I'll still talk about niche as we proceed, but you need to make sure that everything is not about one niche. So today, finance data, tomorrow, finance data, next tomorrow, finance data, upper tomorrow, finance, why? Or sales. I feel sales is sha. Everything about data is not about sales. We have sport analytics, we have healthcare analytics, we have financial analytics, we have manufacturing analytics. We have a lot of data that you can work with, but the analysis part might be the same, but the result might be different. So you need to actually look into that. Make sure that you have at least 2 or 3 niches of data analyzed in your portfolios. I hope I'm communicating, everybody. I hope I'm communicating. Am I communicating? If I'm communicating, can I see for communicating in chat box? Okay, great. Now, moving on. Networking. You are all here. I love what Madigbite and the fellow people at Beyond the Data is doing. What they do, they created and put all of you inside the WhatsApp group. Fine, even I'm supposed to find him because he has already created like a network for all of you. And right, he has created a network of people, bring them together. The WhatsApp group is a very good way to network, but it's a lie. Some of you are there, you will be there till Jesus come. You will not say you will be there till Jesus come. You will never connect with one person, and it goes on and on and on and on like that. Now, some of you are here, you've used 2-3 years as data analyst. Even your mommy, your daddy, your uncle, nobody even know what exactly you are doing. How do you think you get a job? Some of you are here in your church, in your mosque, they don't know who you are. They don't know what you are doing. I'm not saying they should know everything about you, but there's no way you hear Abdullah Bank, that is a data analyst. I know what he does. It's as simple as that. Are you with me? Right? And it goes on and on like that. If you start with your inner circle, then now move on. Oh, I go to this event. In the event, like Ayo said earlier, we met the first time at Google at what was that program called again? Data Fest, Abby. But that was not the first time we actually met. He did not remember. We met at Rango Club. Was it a clubhouse? Was that place a club where we had YDP fella? Was it last year? I don't know if you remember. Ayo. Yes, Rango. Yeah, it was a clubhouse we actually met. He was there. We were in a club. We were trying to just enjoy ourselves as data analysts, young data professionals. That's a community of data professionals, right? So we went to that club to enjoy life. He was there still teaching 2 women. I was just laughing when but boy, why are you disturbing yourself? You are here to enjoy life. You are here. The 2 women too, with their pen and paper. Each was taking his pen and paper, writing it down. Check it. Yeah, this table, you do this table like this. You use you normalize it is 1 to n. I forgot all this analogy now. But that was the first time I actually met him. I was like, okay, let's see. But that was in the past though. So yes, But yes, networking. You go to data events. There's Data Fest Africa. There was Blue Chip AI and Summit. There's another summit coming up November January now. There's Microsoft Power Up, Microsoft Power. Oh my God, I've forgotten all these things. But we have lot and lot of groups out there. Fabric group, Power BI group, everything group. We have lot and lot of them. But you people, you will not join. They'll be talking about it on Twitter. You will not go and join them on their Twitter group or WhatsApp group. You'll be on LinkedIn. You'll see groups. You'll not join. How do you want to get a job? There's a group called Data Jobs Niger. Yes, there's a group called Data Jobs Niger. If I still remember, I might want to share it with you. You can join. Every single day, we have people dropping in data jobs there. Because the best way you can get a job is if you are in a network. If you are not in a network, it's very rare for job to just come and meet you in your WhatsApp group. It's very, very rare that you just open your WhatsApp like this and you see Bankole Abdullah sent to you directly. Apply for this job. It's very, very rare. What will happen is that what you are in a group, then they are dropping lot of data jobs there, and that's where you get a group from, and that's where you get a job from, and that's what is happen. No matter the group that you are in, find way to join other data analytics group. Network with people. Now, networking with people does not mean you should not be a parasitic person. When you're networking with people, these people talk to people, talk to them, let them know your skills, let them know what you can do, what you've done, and it goes on like that. Also, certification. Certification sets you apart from others because it means you have some technical skills that has been confirmed that you do have than other people, right? And it means you also are somebody that sees self-investment as something. For example, when you see my name, MCT, let's even leave MCT away. Let's start with BIDA. So BIDA is actually Business Intelligence Data Analyst, which was a certificate and exam I wrote, certified by the Corporate Finance Institute in Canada. It's not cheap, Abi. It's a Canadian stuff. We paid close to $600 for that exam and everything like that. Right? That's why you see that we used to put on that thing in front of our name. Because some of you would think, it's just Kinikon. It's not just Kinikon. You see, we have others. Microsoft Certified Data Analyst is around $100. Even though I got a voucher and I did it for free in 2019 or 2020. But it is. We also have Google Certified Data Analyst and Google Advanced Data Analyst. All these are on Coursera. I don't need to tell you, you know how much you pay now for Coursera. We also have that of IBM. We also have, exactly, we just put $50 first. You had it. It's the truth. Because being a certified person is not by being so. If I have 10 people and I see this one is certified, I want to take that person too. Because that person is bringing his wealth of knowledge as well into me this thing. So you need to make sure that at least if it's just one certification, it might not be from big place, but at least, I work for quantum analytics. At the end of the day, we will certify our students in data analytics. Or you will get body. At the end of the day, they give a certificate of this thing, right? So okay, certification that I'm mentioning, we have Microsoft Certified Data Analyst. We have Business Intelligence Data Analyst or Analytics. We have Data Camp. Data Camp also has a very fine certification program. IBM now my issue with IBM is that, and Microsoft and IBM, I have a bit of issue with them because they are just doing business. They are talking about their own tools. Are you following me? But something like, and so for example, Microsoft Certified Data Analyst is mainly about just Power BI. In the past, when we did our own, we did Excel, Power BI, and SQL. But now it's basically just about Power BI. Fine. Power BI is a standalone data tool, right? But still, compared to something like BIDA, where we did Python, we did SQL, we did Tableau, we did Power BI, we did Excel, we did statistical programming, we did a lot of things in BIDA. That's why that one is more expensive. That was more like a school and the rest like that. Then we have Google. Google has two, the normal Google Analyst, and we also have the Google Advanced Analyst. like that. Then IBM, and it goes on like that. So they're just lot and lot and lot like that. So now, when you have the certification, all this should be now packed inside your what? Your tailored resume. Now, here is not a place for us to talk about resume, but please and please make sure your resume is standard. Make sure that part of that resume, your portfolio link is in that resume. Make sure, even if you don't have any role, a moment, please. Now, make sure that what you have in your resume, what you have in your portfolio, there is a link to your portfolio on your resume. Number one. Number two is, if you don't have work experience, make sure that you highlight each of your projects properly. Now, you highlight your project, talk about the tools you used, talk about the insights you saw. You can use different methods to talk about it, whether you use the STAR method or use the CAR method to discuss about what you have done. That's what will make your resume properly tailored. Also, when I say STR, when I say CAR, what I mean is STR stands for situation, task, action, and result. CAR stands for what does that C mean, sir? I forgot to know. I forgot what CAR mean. I know A is action and result. I forgot what C is. I forgot it. But these are ways in which you talk about a problem and how you solved that problem, right? Oh, now as we proceed, so make sure your resume is properly tailored. Now, also, we are in the world of ChatGPT, we are in the world of Copilot, we are in the world of Google Gemini, we are in the world of all the GPTs, LLMs out there. Whenever you have a job title or a job description, please, very simple, don't disturb yourself. Copy your whole CV or your resume. Copy it from beginning, where your name is, up to the end. Resources, I bought the last thing there. References. Copy it and go and paste it inside your ChatGPT. After pasting, go and take the job description. Copy that one too. Paste it in ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT to refine your CV based on this job description. No matter. I'll take it again. All your resume, your CV from up to down, copy, paste it, GPT, run it. It will tell you what it has seen. Ignore whatever it said it has seen. Now, copy a job description, but at the top of that job description, just tell it, say that, GPT, somebody said I should show you how to do it. We do not. I didn't be there. That one is another money you will pay. You know, you paid me to come and do this class. I be why.
Oh yeah, I
So,
know, Alan. They will pay. They
just
will.
don't worry. I will do
for
we'll do some things later as we go on. I will just show you stuffs. Right? Now, once you have done that, now ask if you copy the job description and push it in. When you push it in, all you need to just tell it is refine my CV based on this job description. And like magic, you start seeing the keyword that was there, that was in that job description. You start seeing it in your in your resume. Okay, somebody said we should do a sample. Okay, good. But I'm supposed to speak for an hour and I'm almost done though. Okay, you know what? Let's do this way. I think there was a WhatsApp group, right? Somebody should drop their what was it called? Somebody should drop their CV inside the group. Drop the CV inside the group. Then let's see what I will do. If anybody should just drop their CV. Then we'll take a preamble. Somebody should drop their CV. If you drop your CV, we're going to look at it. I will not touch it. I will only just show you what to do. Okay, Josephine has dropped their resume. Simple as that. Now, just watch. I'm going to stop sharing and we're going to do something together. Now, just watch. So, Josephine has given me the permission to use her CV. That's why she dropped it in the group. So, let's do something like that. And save. Wow. Like I've spoken for almost an hour. So, let me stop share. No, okay. Let me open do this. Can everybody see my screen? Can you see my GPT screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is ChatGPT. Okay, fun fact, I'm using the pro version, so I paid for my own, but the stuff is still going to almost be the same thing. So this is it. Let's say I pick in our data now. So let's say this is Josephine resume. So let it load. Let me go to Indeed. So I've done this. I've uploaded our resume. And let me open this. Okay, good. Let's click this one. Aha. So you see this description now. You can see it now. So what I will do is I'm going to copy everything there. I'll copy it down. Control C. I'll now go back to ChatGPT. I've not opened this thing yet. Okay, let me even open that one first. So let's say I open our CV. Let me open it so that everybody can first see what it was before. So this is our CV here. So this is our CV. Okay, she has done a fantastic job. So we can see everything that she have here. Quantum analytics. Who is this person? This person was my student. What is a quantum? These are people I least expect to see here. So we have quantum analytics students here. Good. Now, okay, so this person is a full-fledged data CV. Fantastic. Now we've all seen what this person has done. So, and that is what is in the CV here. So I have pasted the job description here. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give it a command. I can just say help convert this resume at the job role. So that the job role, something like that. ROLE. Enter. Then I push enter. Then just watch what would happen next. I'm using the paid version, so you can see it's giving me different things at once. So just watch. So it's telling me that it's an optimized version of the resume for the data sourcing analyst role at NewMDEC. Now, in this other place, it's telling me that it's an optimized version based on the job description. But I usually like the first one better. And I can go through it and find it will have changed one or two things from the. Let me just copy this one again. Right? So let's see the role again. So yeah, she always said she was a proactive, detail-oriented somebody. But now ChatGPT is saying that what? Detailed-oriented data analyst with this and that and this. Working with data. So now look at your core competencies. These core competencies are going to one way or the other align with whatever we have inside this place here. In the desired skill. It will have make sure that it is around that desire. This is another company. This thing has even a way. The stuff has moved, has changed. No. Okay, let's still use this one. Let's go back. Okay, good. Yeah, it is. So you can see the responsibilities. They want somebody to be able to do this, and that. So if you look at it, so you can see there's cross-functional team inside of the job resume earlier to define this thing. Just like I told you earlier about cross-functional team. Same thing here. It has helped the person, it has added it here for you. I don't think it was in the resume at first. There's nothing about cross-functional team in this place. You can see there's nothing about it here. So it has added it to it. So all you need to now do is just copy what you need and paste it over there. And voila, you are good to go. So whatever responses, if you look, it's also going to try and change each and every one of it to match whatever is there. It's not that you're going to lie that you did not do. No, it is what you had before. It's just going to use terminologies that are closer to what we have in the resume, in the job description, and then you are good to go. I hope that makes more sense, everybody. Do you understand what I've just done? Do you understand what I've done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah, now, so let's go. Let's continue our discussion. So that's it about being a competitive candidate. So if you have all these four, you're asked now, trust me, you're good. So we have different opportunities in data analytics. Junior data analyst for entry roles. We have mid roles, data analysts, business analysts, data developers, data engineers, machine learning specialists, data ops, analytics engineer. For most of you here, leave the last one away. Leave all those last parts, specialized role, leave them alone. But we know the first few ones we talked about. Also, we have different industries and we all need to be looking towards those industries. I generally added this part of the slide. The reason why I added this part of the slide is because most of us, we are only putting our interests in number 2, e-commerce and retail. E-commerce and retail. That, in fact, if I ask you how many projects that you have done, most of you tell me somebody sold something, somebody bought something, total number of customers. That's the only type of project that most of you have done. E-commerce and retail. Whereas healthcare is there. I have a lot of students now working in NHIS in United Kingdom. They come through us, maybe from Quantum or any other places, working there, healthcare. Finance and banking. I have a lot of people working in banks, different banks. My best friends in data world are all working, most of them are working in different banks as data professionals, right? In the energy sector, yes. In the entertainment industry, we talked about data first earlier. In 2023, I met the data analyst for Maven Records. Yes, Maven, Don Jazzy. They have a standby data analyst working for them. All this Ozeba that you are seeing. How do you think they make their money? How do they count everything? They go online, see where their demographic lies, and then they have to push information to those places. They push their music there. They saw that most of their stores are coming from India. She told us. Then we didn't even know that the guy is still going to go and sing in India for 1.2 billion, right? But it was in at 2023, that year before Rema went to go and sing in India. They had known that Rema's population or places that people were listening to his song from were from the Asian region. What did Don Jazzy and the Cope do? They went there and started bombarding, giving them ads, playing the music more, sponsoring, promoting the music in those areas. That is what data does for you. Yes, transportation and logistics as well. I have in my company, we have a data analyst that is in charge of transporting of everything Mikano. And it goes on like that. So there are a lot of industries. Don't bottle yourself to just buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. No. There are a lot of other places you can work as data analyst. Now, there is the catch. The catch is that what? The role might not come as data analyst. The role might not come as data analyst. You can see sports analyst. Yes, sports too. In 2023 too, I met the data analyst for Chelsea and for Liverpool. The guy was in Chelsea before. He moved to Liverpool to work for them. I have a group on WhatsApp, a data analyst for Range Rover or Land Rover. He's their data engineer for Land Rover in the UK. He's currently my friend, Najib. Now, that's the automobile industry. And it goes on and on and on like that. Don't bottle yourself to just say, buy and sell, buy and sell. If somebody is not buying, total number of customers, the number of sales, that's not the only thing where you are needed. I hope you are following everybody. So take note of that. Also, some of you are entrepreneur in nature. You can start a consulting firm. Something like what Beyond Data is doing. Something like what I do as well. Analytics training. You can train. I've been training and training and training and training. It's a job on its own. Isn't it?
Yes, product development. You can design an Excel or an Excel product and sell. For example, you know somebody, a friend of yours is a what's it called? Is a SME, small and medium enterprise, on the CEO, blessing CEO and co. Right? You sell an Excel product to them, just put in your inventory, an inventory tracker or a proper sales dashboard that automates every time they put sales into it. You can do it and sell it to them. 50,000 naira, they will buy. 100,000 naira, they will buy. If you sell to 10 people, that's 5 million. And it goes on and on like that. You make your money. Don't just sit down and just think, okay, I've learned Excel. What am I now using my Excel to do? Do product, sell, train people, consult for people. Now, what are the emerging areas now? First one, AI. You need to now learn how to use machine learning to uncover deeper and deeper insights, real-time analytics, sustainability analytics, predictive and prescriptive analytics, and the rest like that. So, also, now, moving forward, one of the things that assists you as well is your ability to get resources to accelerate your journey. There are resources everywhere. I'm just mentioning the ones I could remember as a sick person while writing, while doing this what's it called? Why doing this presentation? We have a lot of online platforms. Coursera is there, paid. Udemy is there, paid. LinkedIn is there, paid. Now, I said paid. Why? Because some of them are paid, some of them are free. But there is YouTube there. At the beginning, YouTube was not there. Intentionally, I added YouTube there. See, I used to tell anybody, you don't need to learn anything if you have YouTube. Sit down on YouTube. But it's a lie. You yourself, you know. You have watched what's this woman's name? Pop the Balloon. What's that woman's name? With her long leg and BB earrings.
Nurse Mirage.
Nurse Mirage. You are watching Nurse Mirage. 1 million views. You are watching Bayu Babi that they are abusing themselves. That's the only thing you are watching on YouTube. Whereas some people like me is sitting down. How to use Power BI to do so and so. How to do something to do so and so. You're not doing that. You're watching Nurse Mirage. YouTube is the universal university. There's nothing you want to learn. In fact, how to create a slide like my own, you can learn it on YouTube, make money from it. Anything you want to do currently, you learn from YouTube. Fine, there are some fake there, but at least generally, one major person, if you don't even learn from anybody, Alex the Analyst is a very, very important person to follow on YouTube. Alex the Analyst. Look for him on YouTube, follow him. There are a lot of communities online to join: Kaggle, Stack Overflow, Reddit, and the rest. Also, you need to also be able to practice, right? You can get practice tools from SQL Zoo, Tableau Public, data.org. Kaggle itself has a lot of repositories that you can use to practice, because the practicing you're practicing is not just for you to know, it's for you to also improve your portfolio. And yes, so what are the keys to long-term success? Like we have said, major thing, you need to be updated. You need to know what people are using now. It's in the past I'm using if. Now I don't use if again. Now I use Power Pivot. I use pivot table straight. Oh, now that time I just this one. No, this is not the way we use. In the past, I was using PowerPoint for my slide. Now I use Canvas. Isn't it? And it goes on and on like that. You need to make sure that you are updated to the doings, to the tools that people are using in this age. And you need to make sure you know those tools properly as well. Also, you build relationship with people. Relationship here is not saying boyfriend and girlfriend, because I can see you already laughing. You build relationship with people. I can do this. Let me do this for you. If you have this, let me do this. See what I have done. Check this out. That's relationship building. Right? Also, you need to make sure you engage in continuous education. Continuous education and staying updated goes hand in hand. Do not get hooked on the tutorial wheel. Because I know some people will do tutorial, baba tutorial. Do not do tutorial. Instead, do project. Each and every of the projects you do, you would see and you feel that what this is what I'm lacking. You go back to YouTube. How do I do this? You cross that set again. You learn again. As you have learned, you hooked again. You go back again, learn again. And with every project, you are going to meet new challenges, and the ability to learn how to correct or find solutions to those challenges or those mistakes make you a better data analyst. Now, with that, I've come to the end of my discussion. I hope I've been able to speak properly. I hope I did not shout too much. I think my heart is racing a bit, so let me calm down. I'll drink water and calm down. And thank you for listening to, or thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So if you have any question, now is the time for you to actually raise your hand or drop your questions in the chat box so that we can actually now answer your questions. So thank you very much. So you can connect with me everywhere. That's my Instagram handle, _Bankole, on LinkedIn, Abdullah Bankole, on Facebook, same name. Send me an email. Yes. So thank you very much, everyone. So
Awesome.
if you have questions, I think you can raise your hand or drop them in the chat box. I don't know how we're going to do it.
Yeah, we have
So
two questions already. Can you
okay,
hear
Ayo,
me?
you can take over. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we have two questions already. So the
Okay.
first question is, how can we acquire domain knowledge to succeed in our niche area?
Can we do what?
How can we acquire domain knowledge to succeed in our niche area? That's coming from Rocky back.
The best way to do that is for you to actually do projects, at least 3 in that your niche area. See, the data is available. Data.org, Kaggle, those 2 places, no matter what you are looking for, you will see data on it. Data.org, Kaggle, those 2 places, no matter the niche you are in, whether it's sports, whether it's health, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's finance, you will see data there. Solve those, pick the data from there, analyze it. Thank God it's an open world. You can analyze it. It's any single thing you like. You can do, see, let me give you another cheat. You can do one project in Excel, that same project in SQL, that same project in Power BI. If you are good in Tableau, do it again in Tableau. It is a portfolio. You will be able to learn faster that way.
Awesome.
Make sure you also, let me just make one note. I think I did not add it to my slide. I just remembered now because of this question. Please, I beg you, build in public. What do I mean by building in public? Some of you have done the slide, you have done everything, you left it there in your computer. Take it to LinkedIn, take it to Twitter, talk about your project, let people comment. Tell them that you don't want them to tell you this is a fine project. Tell them what they feel about your project, because that's what happens. You see somebody will do something, they'll put it on LinkedIn. This is nice, wonderful, congratulations. This is nice, wonderful, congratulations. Write it in the place. Say, I don't want your congratulations. Tell me what you feel about my project. People will tell you, oh, the color is bad. Oh, you don't analyze this properly. And the rest are not. I've made my own thing. One of my resolutions for 2025 is this. Anybody that tagged me to it, to any visualization, I'm not going to just like again. Because we need to start making sure people know what they are doing. I've said it now. Anybody that tagged me to any visualization on Power BI, on LinkedIn, I will sit down, look at everything that person has done. I will give constructive criticism. Whether the person take it or the person did not take it, I will say my bit. And that's what I want us to learn as well. So I think that's first question. Go on, Mr. Ayo.
Yes, Michael Adewi, can you go ahead and speak? So just alternate the questions like that. Michael Adewi, if you are still here, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Abdullah. My question is about AI and machine learning. Although you advise that we know the basics of AI and machine learning, but I want to understand, is it just the theoretical part of AI and machine learning, or we need to know how to probably code? Because I think AI machine learning involves coding and things like that. Must we go into that like coding and understanding Python
Okay, I
properly.
get. This age and modern times, you necessarily don't need to now start coding again. Coding AI. Can you code ChatGPT? It's not possible. What I'm saying is you need to know how to use those tools to solve problems. You need to be able to use those tools to solve your own problems. Do you get, Mr. Michael?
Yes, sir. I
Know how
get
to
you.
use AI tools. That's what we are saying. AI
Yeah,
engineer is another niche entirely. Leave that one for them. Machine learning engineer, another niche entirely. Mad people. Machine learning
yeah,
DevOps, another set of mad people entirely. Leave them. Your own is the AI tool that you are privy to. Learn how to use it to be a better data analyst. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Michael.
yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Thank you, sir.
Just
So
to
one
add,
more, sir.
Okay.
About portfolio, I really have been struggling to create portfolios because um getting on a project and starting the project and finishing the project it has been an issue. So I don't know, is there something like a a program that you can set up or you have already that you can recommend whereby we get to build projects together?
Yes, so one of the things that I'm going to be doing next year actually covers that. So if you follow me on my social media platforms, I'm going to be talking about some of those things. So I plan on doing some projects from scratch, basics. It's going to be a live project. We're going to put it on YouTube, also put it on LinkedIn for people to see and dress like that. It's going to be like a class like this, but we're just doing projects through. Yeah.
All right.
thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. So
Yeah, welcome.
should I reach out to you on LinkedIn then?
Best
Or
thing, connect with me on LinkedIn. That's the best thing now.
all right.
I'm praying that I have enough strength and time in 2025.
you you will. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now
Okay,
to
next person.
yeah,
Boluwakemi, Abi?
this question. This is coming from, I
Okay.
saw a name now, Buki. Where is that question again? Yeah, from Elizabeth Michael. And the question is, how can a newbie to data analytics navigate through the system and get accurate information? How can a newbie navigate?
How can somebody who does not know anything? That's what we're talking about.
Exactly, yes. Somebody
Community.
who doesn't
Be in
navigate
a
through
data
this.
community. Network with people. Have mentors. You can make Adebite your mentor. Don't make me your mentor, but you make Ayode your mentor easily. You get scope from him. Because me, if I say you should make me your mentor, me, I don't have time. But him, he has plenty time on his hands. So, right? Now, but also follow industry leaders. Follow people that, for example, we have Dioibo K, we have David Abu, we have Rita, we have Ayode Adegbite, we have plenty people on LinkedIn.
We have Abdullah.
Ezekiel on Twitter, plenty people. Follow them. Listen, there's no how. One day, every day, each other will posting lot of things. That way you get to learn about. You get real-time information, and also you have an hack around the system. So that's one thing. But majorly, it's still community. Community and networking plays a very crucial role in that.
All right. So just to put to that as well, which will actually make me go into the next question of something about community, right? Abdullah mentioned earlier that we have a WhatsApp group. That WhatsApp group is more like a community for you to network with other people in the same workspace that you are, in the same career path and all of that, right? But the most important thing is make use of your social media accounts. Some of us go to Twitter to go and read about IGBM. Funny enough, I don't know the meaning of what that thing is. There is one that was also raining. Is it Oble or Obi? I don't know, right?
Oble, you don't know Oble? Oh my God, what do you
So
know?
what
You can
what
see
are
why
you
I said you
social
should
media
make him.
for?
You can see why I said you should make him your mentor now. If you
What
make
are
me
you
your
social
mentor, it's
media?
only Oble you will know.
Exactly. Talk to people that can add value to my career path and the people that I can add value to as well, right? For me, I'm more of LinkedIn guy, right? I have my foot on LinkedIn compared to every other platform. And the reason why I'm more of LinkedIn is because you get to see people, you get to connect to people everywhere. I mean, data has taken me to places that I can't even imagine that I will get there if I start trekking or whatnot, right? So you don't need to necessarily have a WhatsApp group before you can say, oh, I belong to this community. By posting on LinkedIn, following experts in the field, people are also looking up to you as an expert. Let me just put that out, right? You've been in data space for a month or 2 months. You've learned one or two things. Start writing about those things. People that are coming into the data space, we start seeing you as an expert of your own. That is how I started out. That's how Abdullah started out. That's how some of my guys that are on this call, that's how they all started out as well, right? By putting one or two things outside. So you don't necessarily need to be in a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group before you can say you are now part of a community, right? So Bolu Akemi, please unmute your mic and ask your question. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Bankole. And
Good evening,
good evening, Mr. Adigbite. Thank you for this, for bringing up this seminar at this time or webinar. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Amen.
My journey to data analytics started with Mr. Bankole. And then when we were in the class, I said something. I said, thank God, because I'm going to take this serious. I'm going to make use of it. I think I'm diving into a new I want to take it up as a new thing that I want to embarked on. And you know the zeal of getting that you just learn something and you want to do it on. So I went to my LinkedIn and I upgraded my profile. I updated my profile rather. And when I begin to follow some people, and I stumble at one post like that, and very early in the morning I was reading it. That person was talking about data visualization, and I got there, and of recent, I posted one of our class demo. I posted it on my LinkedIn account. And when I went through that data visualization, I discovered that the specification for data visualization is that all your data you must be able to capture it within a frame that your client will not need to scroll up or down. They should be able to see it as a glance. And I saw that, oh, that was an error. Mr. Bankole, I said it to myself that morning. I said, Mr. Bankole did not teach me this one. So I was like, starting a new thing entirely that you have to explore and keep on learning together. But when I check later, I stumble at one thing for me to be learning, to continue the learning. And I discovered that all those names of all those sites that was given to me, I checked them, they were all paid sites. Just for me to get a data set, or for me to be able to get a live practicals data set, they are paid. I said I cannot afford this, and because of that, I closed it off. I said, oh, well, what will I do? And you see the fire that I came out with. It's like there is a kind of spark that I want to. But thank God for this webinar now, because it's going to rejuvenate that. And I want to ask: is there any site you can get that is free that you can practice with? That they already have a data set being uploaded into those sites that we can that we can access. That's what I want to ask.
Thank
So
you
that at
very
least
much.
it will not just be as if we just
Thank you very much, Madam
nothing.
Boluwakemi.
And I'm very sure
Yes,
that most of us, we are very rich.
I
So
just gave you one.
please,
I gave you two earlier. I said do what's it
okay.
called? You can use data.org.
Yeah.
Data.org. That's one.
Okay, data.
Cargo.
Okay.
Cargo.com. I think Mr. Ayo will put
Okay.
everything in the group.
Yes. I also
Cargo.com.
want to mention that you can look at Maven Analytics Playground.
Maven Analytics, but yes, data
Maven
what's their data
Analytics
group, or what's this?
Playground,
Data ground or
right?
something.
Let me
Yes.
for that and share as well. So they have a lot of data that you can also look at and use just to play around and whatnot. And one of the thing I love about maybe Analytics Data Playground is that they give you something called data dictionary, right? Which is a document that explains what each column in the data set that they are giving you is all about. So they are not just giving you data sets to start ragging your head around. They are giving you data sets that you know what each column in that data set is all about, right? Thank you so much,
Okay.
Madam Boluwakemi. So
Thank
we
you.
have just maybe 3 more questions, basically. But this is for somebody that so first thing first, there is nothing like I'm a data analyst in training. Will forever be in training for life because you are always learning new things, right? So let's remove that I'm a data analyst in training. You are not, right? You are just advancing your skill. If I should say I'm a data analyst in training, then Abdullah is also a data analyst in training. Literally all of us are data analysts in training. For portfolio platforms, you can use Maven Analytics Portfolio. You can use Wix to create your portfolio. You can use, what is it called? You can use GitHub pages. You can use Streamlight. I posted a video sometimes ago on tools that you can use to build your platform. Maybe I'll look for that and share. So, but to this question is related to Mr. Abdullah. I applied in a tech company for a data analyst role, but instead I was called back for a product management role. What advice can you give me, sir? So he applied for a data analyst role. They called him back for a project management role. What advice can you give him?
Ayo, will you give the advice first?
The person. Let me look for the person. Who is that?
So basically,
okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Idowu Adenike, that's the name of the person.
Esther. You see, basically, some of these companies, the way they behave. Now, you apply for a data analyst role, they give you tech management role. Well, what me I'll just say, if you can, find a way to marry the two of them together. I think one of the major reasons they did that is maybe they've checked through your CV, your resume, and noticed you have experience in project management or project management, and they don't want to lose you as a candidate. That's the major reason why they will have done that. If you don't have it on your project, if you don't have a project management experience, and then I give you a project management role, well, we are looking for money. You can stay and keep looking your money and learn on the job and find a way to marry the two of them together. That's what I can say for now. But I don't know if Ayode has something to add to it.
Yeah. So I think my response will also like tied to what Mr. Abdullah just mentioned, right? So it's probably that is the best avenue or the best environment that they feel like you can perform within the organization. So my advice to you would be that you take it, right? Take it and continue building your data skill even within that organization, right? You can start doing side data projects, still using what you have access to. Then you now need to be able to sell yourself. Maybe after 3 months or after 6 months, you can now sell yourself to that particular role that you want, right? One of the problems that you are able to solve by taking that role is that you are not put into the restraint of looking for data set to work with, because now you have access to the company data. You can see the problem that the company has, and you can use their data to provide solution for them, though not in an official capacity, but you can do it in unofficial capacity and then try to sell it in an official manner that would also help you to like finally land the road that you're looking for, right? So Olamide Kuzin, please unmute your mic and ask your question. And just after that, we have just 2 more so that we can wrap it up for today. Thank you, guys. Olamide, over to you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Abdullah. You are already sounding better. I think you are very, very passionate about this. So I'm glad you sound better now. So I'm currently serving Nigeria as an NYC intern. Where I'm working, I work as a business analyst. I got the job through code mailing. So the questions I have are regarding resume. Since you are a senior data analyst, that's where you are. So I think it's just appropriate for me to ask you. So question one is I've listened to, I've been to like webinars like these on how to like, get a job, transition from one route to another. And one thing they say is that we should find a way to quantify things we do with numbers. He understands, maybe using like the star method that you talk about. So one of the problems I kind of like have is like, I don't know how to like use this number. Case in point now, I work with the finance, like I work for a marketing agency. We have a lot of brand promoters. And then I work with the target calculation. And when I'm done, I send to finance and that's it. But prior before I come onto the project, we used to get a lot of like complaints from our brand ambassadors or promoters that, oh, this salary I'm getting is wrong because during the calculations, you've missed 1 or 2 days or 3 days or something like that. So how can I probably like, I know we have like a problem of like, let's say a payroll problem where like there's an error or something like that. And then I call me, there's no longer that problem. How can I define that on my resume? That one is one. The other one I have is also like, the resume sample we use here. What I've been hearing over the years that for entry level guys, our resume shouldn't exceed 1 page. So,
Ah,
so I always, I say, hey, did that? So I want to know, since you're a senior, data analyst, and you also like have a saying, people like data analysts that comes and work for your, for your company. I want to like know your stance on it because as of now, I have experience. I have at least 3 beautiful projects that I'm kind of like proud of, and if I try and add everything together, even relating to the job description, it's not going to fit. So I want to like your
Okay.
opinion on having like maybe more than 2 pages, like what you think of it.
Well, me, I'm not of that school of thought of 1 page. But fine. A lot of people say have a 1 page resume. It's good. But if you cannot contain 1 page, put it in 2 pages. Don't disturb yourself. Or better still, put it on ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT exactly what you want it to do to your resume. ChatGPT will do exactly what you want it to do. Trust me. Now, back to quantifying. You said you have a target, don't you, cousin?
We call it a target calculation sheet. So what kind of happen is that, let me try and provide more context, and I hope I'm not like wasting everybody's time. So we're a marketing agency. We run activations for our clients. I won't name
Exactly.
them.
So we are able to do, so you can see it's a marketing agency. How many
Yeah.
people were you able to reach? How many people were you able to
Oh,
activate?
the activations we run is across is pan Nigeria. So we run it regionally, south, southwest,
Thank
southeast,
you.
about five
So now
regions.
you're beginning, as I keep on going, you see that you're already answering yourself.
So,
We ran,
so I can tell you the way I describe it. I said I collaborated, with the finance department to work on. Just give me a minute for me to read it out the way it is on my resume. I'm sorry, it's just going to take a minute.
what I want to just
So,
ask you is without before you read it is try to just write, copy that part, put your resume on GPT. Are you following it?
I've, okay.
When you
So
put
I'm
it on
ready on it. I
GPT.
can read it now.
Okay, read it out first.
Okay, so the second bullet point, collaborated with finance to develop and implement a pan-Nigerian prorated compensation system for over 150 brand ambassadors across 135 stores in 6 regions in
You have
Nigeria,
quantified.
resulting in a 50% improvement in payroll accuracy and ensuring compliance with company standards. But in actuality, we don't get any complaints but I have to like put 50% improvement because I don't want to like feel like, oh, I'm just like blowing out numbers or something like
Yourself.
that.
I get. That's fantastic. You have done that. You have even done what I even wanted you to do already. So you have added the numbers there. Yes, let it be quantifiable. Right? You've done that already. So, but what I just wanted to say is that you could have put it next time in case you are disturbing yourself or you are trying to rack your head around the English. Explain what you did. Tell ChatGPT to add it to where you want to add it to professionally, and it will do it for you properly. Learn to use your AI tools, Mr. Cousin. Hello?
I'm
yeah,
with
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah.
you. I'm with
So
you.
that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that that. Or we can chat later on that.
So we don't
Yeah.
waste
So you
everybody's
can
time.
connect with him on LinkedIn and take the conversation a little further,
Okay,
right?
Yes,
I'll send you personalized message over the week.
No,
no problem. With money.
yeah, yeah. So now I think he has actually quantified it, right?
Yeah, he
And
has quantified it already
quantifying,
now.
yeah,
Yes,
quantifying
now.
what you have done is actually available for people that have worked in a role that is related to data. But for folks that have not worked in any data role at all, quantifying does not speak to you, because you can't tell me that you are quantifying a fiction a company that does not exist, right? The project you are doing is fictitious, is not existing, right? So you can't quantify that, but you can put something that can help you to sell it out there. Michael or Adewi, please unmute your mic and please make it fast. Then Daniel, so that
All
we
right.
can have everything up by 5:14. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity again. So the question I have is about um like taking or going for the best tool, data analytics tool. I mean Excel, Python, or Power BI. When I was starting to learn data analytics, I was told that I have to focus on a particular tool that I want to use. So I picked Python. So along the way, I began to meet people that says they are using Excel, and I'm feeling kind of, have I not taken the wrong skill to to specialize on? Although I know a little Excel, but I've been learning mainly Python. So I want to know, is that, can I get a job with that, or I need to, explore all the tools and have knowledge of all the tools? So that's what I want to.
Yade, can you answer the question, please?
Okay, so first thing first, right? I think you don't need to learn all the tools, right? Because one, you cannot tell the company that you end up with. You cannot tell them the tool that they should be using, right? Even if it's a startup, right? They already have a tool that they are using. So for example, now, I want to learn Power BI. I want to learn Tableau. I want to learn Metabase. I want to learn Looker. I want to learn IBM Cognos, right? Just because that they are all business intelligence too. We even have a tool that is called Business BI, right? But once I know how to use one, the knowledge are transferable to every other one. For example, if you know how to write Python, you can easily write any other programming languages, right? If you know how to write SQL, whether it is Postgres that you learned or MySQL, you can work with your BigQuery, you can work in Redshift, you can work in Snowflake, you can work with SQLite, you can work with SQL Server. You don't need to go and start learning SQL Server all over again, right? With little researches and all of that, you can navigate your way through and all of that. I never learned all of these things. I only learned one, which is MySQL. And I've worked with tons of different databases, even to MongoDB, which is a NoSQL. So you don't need to learn all of the tools. Learn the fundamentals. If you know the fundamentals already, start shooting your shots, right? For me now, I don't teach my students Power BI, right? Because I feel like Power BI is somewhat limiting. It's a fight for another day between me and Mr. Abdullah. But I feel like Power BI is somewhat limiting. I teach Tableau instead. But whether you know Tableau or whether you know Power BI, I can work with any other one. I have clients that uses Power BI. I have clients that use Tableau, right? If I jump to a new client now and the client is using Looker, I will not tell them that because I don't know Looker, they should not be using Tableau or use Power BI. So just learn the tool, the fundamental tool, and every other thing is you learn along the line, right? You don't need to know everything. I hope that answer your questions. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir.
In the Ogechi, you said you have something to contribute to the question. Please go ahead.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Bankole and the rest. Please, I want to just add this contribution if giving a good answer, but I want to add this one to that. answer. Project management has tools and it's simple. So maybe because she doesn't know about the tools, that is why I think it's a difficult thing. For the fact that they've offered that job, before the interview, he or she should just learn. It's a very simple thing though, can take a day to learn it. The project management tools, in case of interview, how to navigate it. Then when the job is given, he or she alone cannot do the job. It's a teamwork. And they have supervisor that will supervising the job. You understand? So the person should not be afraid of taking up that job. It's a good job and it has a time limit for a particular project to be taken. So let the person just learn the tools like Trello. That's one of the tools in project management. So when the person just learn it and when during the interview, the person can pass the interview, then during the job, you can just carry it. It's a simple job though. That's just what I want to add up.
Thank you for that, Ogechi. So Daniel, please unmute yourself and ask a question.
All right, sir. Yes, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Abdullah. Thank you, Mr. Digbite, for this opportunity. Thank you. So I have a question, and it's just centered around getting a full-time role. The only previous experience that I have had is just one actual full-time role I had. I worked there for about 1 year and 7 months until I resigned in July this year. And since I resigned in July, up until now, I've been applying, and I've not gotten a role yet. On my CV, I also had the same problem with the other person, the other cousin guy, that he told us, oh, if you're an entry-level person, make your CV a single page. And I'm beginning to suspect that is affecting. And then secondly, I've tried to improve my CV also. I have a portfolio website, I have a few projects. I have my skill set across Excel, Power BI, Python, SQL. I have projects on a few of them. But for some reason, I've not been able to get a role, and I've been applying to a lot. So I don't know, is there anything I could do differently? I know Mr. Bankole mentioned joining groups and it will be possible to get jobs directly from those groups. That is something that I would also had going forward. And he also explained something about building in public. I think those are the only two things that I have not done up until this point. But is that enough to, harm my chances of getting a job? Because I feel like there are certain jobs that I was qualified for, and I feel like I match the job description, but for some reason I just don't get called back. Some of them I get emails rejecting my my CV to them, and then there are some that do not even get back. So my major problem is I feel like I'm doing everything right, but I'm just not getting a job. In fact, no job interview at all in July. So I'm wondering what I could be doing wrong. Yes, that's the question.
Okay, Daniel, first off, I'm very sorry that you've had the past few months or few weeks or few months basically, you've not been able to reach interview stage. Well, two things. It might actually be from your CVs. Maybe you're getting something wrong there. Or maybe your CV is not properly optimized for that role. Are you with me, Daniel? So
Yes,
you
I'm here.
see, when you have CVs, there's this, most companies now use ATS, right? To just go through, to skim through an AI that just skims through the CV for you to be able to, for them to say, to pick their candidate, while some don't. Now, most of the time, that's where GPT will come in again. Like I said, when you have a role, if your CV does not have anything to go in line with that role, there's a very high chance that your CV will be dumped. You'll be always getting rejection, rejection, rejection. And I told you, copy the role, the description, find a way to align it with your CV. Let the terminologies that are showing in the description, let it show, reflect on your CV as well. That's what ChatGPT is going to do for you. I fully also add to ChatGPT to
Yes,
make
sir.
sure that that CV is able to beat the ATS system, and you see a lot of things will change. I heard everything you have said. You're actually on the right path. One day, one of them will hammer. You can set up to 100, what's it called? Objects. You can submit 100 times, so 100 applications. That only maybe one or two will call you. That's me being sincere with you. Don't give up. Don't relent. Keep improving yourself. Keep doing projects. Build in public. Let people see what you can do. Let people see what you have been doing. Are you following? Don't be
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
a internal person. You're in data world. Put everything on LinkedIn. Put it on Twitter if you like Twitter. Let people see what you can do. Let people give you advices. Are you following me? I think the sky
I
is just the beginning of your journey, and then you keep going forward. Sorry, I'm beginning to get hot.
thank
So
you very much.
I said Daniel. I think we are done, Abby.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
body
yeah,
is
yeah. That's the last question. That's the last question.
beginning.
So, thank you so much, Mr. Abdullah. Honestly, if I know that you're not feeling fine, you know me, I would have just shipped you
I know
down
that's why I did not tell you. I know, but we
to
have
maybe
agreed on
next
today.
year,
That's what we have to do today.
right? To maybe next year. So, on data analytics community to join on LinkedIn or Twitter, just for me, even the groups that I belong to on LinkedIn, they are not really that active, right? I mean, it takes a lot of work for a community to be active. There is the side of the admin, there is the side of the participants that are there, right? The WhatsApp group that we created for this webinar, I think we likely convert it to a community at the end of the day. Had over 200 persons there, right? And on this call, we have less than 100 people. And it's not like they are not seeing the messages, right? So there are two sides to it. There is side where it is, where it falls on you. There is side where it falls on the admin. The admin also have, other things that they need to do and all of that. So you can just search data communities on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn should show you something. But you can be specific, maybe say Tableau group, say Power BI, say something like that, right? LinkedIn would help you to refine the output that is going to show to you. It could be SQL, could be Excel. You can search like that, and LinkedIn will show you some outputs that you can join. All right. So just to wrap it all up, the whole summary of what we have discussed today is advocate for yourself, right? You have projects, you have projects, you just want to build your portfolio. You don't know how to go about projects. That's why the AI tools are there. Just as you can use ChatGPT to rewrite your resume to fit into a job that you're applying for, you can also use ChatGPT to create an outline for your project from beginning to the end. Take a sample of the data set, tell it to come up with a problem statement that you can solve using that data, and ChatGPT will do that for you, right? If you are not ChatGPT fan, Gemini is there. If you are not Gemini fan, Cloud is there. If you are not that fan, go to Perplexity. All of these AI tools are out there to help you to, do some of your work faster. When I joined WirePeak, we used to go to one person to understand what is happening or anything that you want to do as related to the database. You want to talk to a particular table, or you want to even understand what a particular column is doing. Is this one guy? And the guy is not even in the same time zone with me. So if I send him a text, 8 a.m. my time, he can be responding 2 p.m. my time. So it means that between 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., I can't do anything. But it was impacting me. So I took it upon myself to build a data documentation software for the company. All I did was to tell ChatGPT what I wanted to do. It generated the whole code. But because of my understanding of Python, I was able to put some things that I did not do properly. I was able to do it properly. Till today now, the company is using it, even though I've left them. But that is an impact to the business. And I'm forever taking it with me everywhere I'm going, right? So speak for yourself, advocate for yourself. Nobody will do that for you. When you're in a group or in any community, the only way somebody will know what you are doing or what you are up to is when you speak. Not everybody will be like me or will be like Mr. Abdullah that posts data thing on their status. Me like this, I hardly post, maybe once in a while is when I just post memes on my status. Most of the time, I talk things that let people know what I'm doing. But I'm not saying you should not stop posting what you are posting. You don't even need to use your own WhatsApp. You can use your LinkedIn. Sometimes I take my WhatsApp as my own personal space to do whatever it is that I want to do, right? So sell yourself, just like he mentioned now, sell yourself is very important. Sell yourself in community, in group, on your status, on your LinkedIn, on your Twitter. Sell yourself. It is very important. And also read. One of the things that I've noticed that we Nigerians are not doing again is reading. And it's bad. All these short videos, they are killing us. It's reducing our attention span. You can't sit down and watch 1 hour video, but if they break it down into 2 minutes for you, you will watch it and it's still the same thing, right? But read, because it is in books that you will see some of the things that people have done that cannot be put into videos, right? Read behind the data. You will see how people solve problems. You want to know how Mr. Black got his job with that generator company, Mikano. Read behind the data. You want to see what even prompted him. What prompted him to come into data was election results. That was what prompted him to come into data, right? For me, it was because I was doing web development and I was not finding it fulfilling. I was collecting money, but I did not feel like I was making any impact. That was what pushed me into data. And you see the stories of others too. Somebody just passing by and seeing something and say, yeah, I think I like this. And they made the career out of it. So you are in the right career path. That one is 100%. You're in the right career path, but you need to put in the work for you to make a career out of it. Okay? So for our next webinar is in, I think, January 12th, right? And it's still going to be about, let me share my screen now. It's about using, what is it called? For some of us, I think I won 2 hackathons, right? And after that, I don't think I ever participated in any hackathon again. But this time around, we are bringing Nancy. Nancy is known for winning hackathons, right? She's coming to come and show us how to use hackathon to build career, right? To build projects that, can actually get you the job that you're looking for. So the link will be as part of what we are sharing. And the webinar is coming up January 12th. Register, come and see. 2025 should not be the year that you are still learning data again. You should start earning money, right? So that will be all from my end. Please connect with us on LinkedIn. As part of the email that we share, my LinkedIn URL is there. Mr. Abdullah LinkedIn URL is there. Follow Behind the Data on LinkedIn as well. Yes, you will get the link to register when the email rolls out. Definitely today by 6 p.m., like in 6 minutes now, you should get it. All right. Yeah, so that will be all for this session, guys. Thank you so much for everybody that stick around, even though I'm seeing some messages that network were dropping people off, but I mean, Nigeria will do their own, but yeah, the one that will not allow Nigeria to redo that. Okay. All right, guys. Bye for now. And I wish everybody happy new year and see you in 2025. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.